support now, and a fighter that I have been looking forward to seeing for a very long time, the unbeaten Kelley of the United States, the WBC Continental Americas champion. 28 fights, 28 wins, and ranked #1 challenger in the world by the WBA and WBC, and ranked 5 by the IBF. Barry, you're looking forward to seeing him too, a man in pursuit of your old title.
Yes, I had a long chat with him in the dressing room. He's a very intelligent young man, so it was interesting to hear the different techniques of training that he has in comparison to mine. Yeah, he's a very nice lad, and I'm very much looking forward to watching him fight. I know he's an all-rounder. He likes to box and fight. Very dedicated young man, so he trains like anything.
Well, there's 2 seconds. Phil Bykoff and Phil Bugia. Phil and Phil. And a little silent prayer for Kevin as we await the arrival of a man we've seen before on Pro Box, the Trinidadian Aldrich Johnson. Cast your mind back to Olympia last year, the Chris Eubank Gary Stretch world title fight. Aldrich Johnson fought Timmy Driscoll on that bill and was outpointed. A year older than his opponent. Fought Colin McMillan in Colin's second pro fight, and took McMillan to points, which is interesting.
Aldrich Johnson from Trinidad. And in the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, of the United States of America, Kelley.
Card saying it's round 1, which is a little obvious, but there we go. Round 1 it is. This is a 10-rounder. Kevin Kelley in the white with the blue trim, the old Muhammad Ali tassels on his boxing boots, names of his 2 children embroidered on his boxing trunks. Aldrich Johnson, who is no mean opponent, I'll tell you that. A few last-minute instructions from Phil Bugia. And this, well, we shall see what all the fuss is about now, Barry.
Yes, I'm looking forward to this.
You see the names of the 2 little Kellys on the shorts, Amber and Ariel. Round 1. And remember, Kelley has never been beaten as a pro. 28 fights, 28 wins, 21 inside the distance.
He looks slight. He's tall. About 5 feet 6.5, 5 feet 7.
And you will instantly have noticed that he is a southpaw.
Yeah, I watched Aldrich Johnson against Timmy Driscoll. I thought he was very unlucky that night not to get the fight. He's a tough test for anybody. Very durable, square, typically tough West Indian fighter.
Yeah, he's only lost the 3. There's Johnson, and he's got a useful dig on him himself. 5 of the 8 wins of his inside the distance.
just feeling each other out at the moment. Kelley switched out to orthodox and back to southpaw again. Sizing each other up. Looking for openings. Both flicking with the jab. We're going to be careful, obviously, for the first round or two. Kelley said to me, if I see the opportunity, I'll take him out of there. It's the attitude he goes in with all the time. And the right one, obviously.
Two-thirds of the way through the opening session.
Just closing down the distance now between him and Aldrich Johnson. He's to the left hand, straight through the guard there.
Nice opening round, that. An even opening round. And how nice from our viewpoint, Barry, they put Kelley in with a bloke who's not going to fall down the first time he gets hit.
This is a good fight. I mean, you have to favour Kelley. He's certainly got the class and the record. But Aldrich Johnson's a very good fighter. And I know he's feeling confident. I spoke to his trainer beforehand, and they feel confident that they're certainly going to give this guy a real tough fight. They were just feeling and fencing there for openings.
Okay.
Nothing really worthwhile landed. The action will hot up, I have no doubt, in the next couple of rounds.
Kelley, been a pro since 1988, and his progress uninterrupted, really.
He's been busy, Dave, from being a pro for 3.5, 4 years.
He's had his last fight at Madison Square Garden in the middle of February.
Yeah.
He beat Troy Dorsey on points.
Well, he boxed 10 days ago, actually. That should have been updated. He boxed 10 days ago. He's got a little graze in his eye. We had a conversation in the dressing room. He said he stopped his opponent in the 4th or 5th round. So he's keeping busy. It's the way to do it.
That's a good body shot.
I love watching the Americans on the inside. The way they're trained to fight on the inside really is an example to all the European fighters.
Well, on the evidence of a round and a half, Barry, he looks a bit good.
Well, we haven't seen much from him, but Aldrich Johnson's here to fight. He's going to give him a good old test. He certainly looks good. Looks fast. He's a thinker, Dave. He's a cutie. He wants to place his shots without getting hit himself.
And I don't doubt that Messrs. Hodkinson and McMillan might be watching this with great interest back home in England.
I'd be surprised if they're not watching this. This guy's the #1 contender for the WBC and WBA. So they'll be keeping an eye on him for sure. Change of position there, keeping his guard tight. He's rolling his head there and getting himself on balance again. Taking those shots. Aldrich Johnson can fight back. He sagged at the knees there, but I wondered, was that put on? Certainly the Trinidadian's corner got very excited about it.
It was a good ride. This would be a turn-up, dwindled turn-ups if Johnson nicked this one.
Landed a good left, solid left hook on that. Aldrich Johnson shook him.
Kelley coming out third round against Aldrich Johnson from Trinidad.
Look for things to hot up in this round. Kelley hasn't had it all his own way, that's for sure. He's given him a good old test. Making him fight, making him think too. Picking his shots well here. This is going into a nice little, tidy little fight.
And Johnson is not in the slightest bit overawed.
Yes, indeed. Aldrich Johnson's a strong kid, and I'm sure Kevin Kelley is surprised by how strong he is. Very early going in the fight, so a lot of action to come, no doubt. Kelley's picking his shots well, Dave. I'm impressed the way he's picking this guy. He's found out the right way to fight this fella. Took him about a round and a half to figure that out, but he's now making nice clean shots and clean deliveries on Johnson's chin. Taking a few himself, but he's landing the cleaner and more powerful punches of the two. What's the way he switches his angle? Doesn't look to have perfect balance, but it's really effective the way he's doing it. He's shifting his weight and he's putting lots of weight on each one of those punches, delivering them perfectly. I like that, the way he's picking those shots. That's good. It's impressive stuff. Coming back. Now, Kelley's just taking over now. Nice shots.
Yeah, the attacks are starting to get home now. We're nearly the end of round 3.
That's a good round.
Round 4 then, live from Rotterdam. Their scheduled 10-round featherweight contest. Both boys coming in at 127 pounds. That's 9 stone 1, just 1 pound over the championship limit of 9 stone, 126 pounds. As we always say, it takes 2 to make a fight, and Aldrich Johnson is making a real contest of this.
Yes, he's putting up a fight, there's no doubt about that. You'll always get that from Aldrich Johnson. He's a tough kid, strong. And, you know, Kelley can't afford to be careless. But he's taken over here, Dave. You can just see it. He's just he's a classy kid. Little light punches to set himself up for the big one. body shot. Showed it and landed it. Watching. Never takes his eyes off Aldrich Johnson.
Hardly waste a punch either. Good fighter.
As you say, it takes two to tango, and Aldrich Johnson's making a good fight of it.
Well, if you like, for Aldrich Johnson, this is a world title fight. This is his chance to crash into world rankings. As good an opportunity as he'll ever have. And he's come in beautifully trained, beautifully conditioned, and he's making Kelley think.
There's no doubt about that.
You got it turned around now.
Johnson is certainly pressing forward and making Kelley work. Can't get careless with him. Kelley is not, obviously he's not a one-punch finisher. Certainly quality puncher, but he picks his shots, thinks about them, and puts his combinations together.
Yes, already
Good stuff.
Johnson's looking a little bit puffy around the eyes, particularly around the left eye, where these southpaw leads are going in. End of the round. We will take a short break. Join us for more live ringside action on Pro Box in just a moment. Round 9 then at the Wynn Ice Hall in Rotterdam. Kevin Kelley in the white with the blue trim, rated #1 challenger in the world by WBC, WBA, WBO, #5 by the IBF, taking on a real handful in the shape of the red-trunked Aldrich Johnson from Trinidad.
Aldrich Johnson's given him a really good fight here.
Well, the best punch of the fight was landed by Johnson. That was in round 5. Beautiful right-hander.
Best punch of the fight so far. Kelley starting to get close to Aldrich Johnson again, closing down the distance, picking his shots again.
That was a good right. Midway through the penultimate round. I'm impressed by the way that Johnson stood up to these body punches.
Yeah, I think Kevin Kelley has settled for a points decision here. He's not taking any chances, landing a cluster of punches and getting back out again. I think that right hand in the 5th round changed his whole approach to this fight. Pace is slowed dramatically. Kevin Kelley's round. Just boxed Aldrich Johnson, but not much in it.
Well, he still looks to have an awful lot left in the tank, Barry.
Yeah, I think he's just settled for a punch decision here. He's not going to take any chances. He's told me he fought a couple of weeks ago. He's keeping busy, and he doesn't mind if this one goes the distance. Has no mark on him.
Good crowd at the Wiener Eishalle tonight. Most of them have come to see Kevin Kelley, and the man who follows him into the ring, Regilio Tour. That, of course, the main event coming up in just a few moments. 10th and final round.
Good, slightly.
It was a little low. It was a little low.
Top of the cup. That wouldn't have done Kevin Kelley any harm at all. But it was low.
Another inch higher would have been a hell of a good shot.
A couple of inches higher, red. He didn't make a meal of it, Kelley, either. He just acknowledged the referee. His shots, Kelley. Staying on the outside and darting in and landing a couple of shots and getting back out again. More than 1-2s.
Yes, I think Kelley's won this by a wide margin.
I'll tell you what, Aldrich Johnson has given the #1 contender a real good fight.
Done himself no harm at all.
Done himself proud, I can tell you.
Away with that little rest he's had over the past year. Just first fight of 92, just had a couple last year. It's done him some good because he's an infinitely better fighter than the one who went down on 6 rounds. Points decision to Tim Driscoll.
Some nice punches from Kevin Kelley, but I have to be honest to say that I'm not overly impressed with him. I thought he would have stamped his authority a bit more. But certainly a classy act.
Potential world champion, Barry?
I don't know. That's a question that will have to be answered if and when he fights for the title. I'm not convinced of it just yet.
Dying seconds of this chief support contest, and there can be no doubt, I'm sure, that Kevin Kelley has made it 29 out of 29. Figures on my scorecard make it 98-94 in Kevin Kelley's favour, but Aldrich Johnson really did fight out of his tree. Well, the usual formalities while the 3 judges' slips are collected and collated and passed to Walter Dirkhuizen for the verdict. Coming up, let me remind you, we have the main event of the evening. Regilio Tour against Paul Harvey. That again scheduled over 10. Here we go. Very said, unconvinced by Kelley. I reckon the boy's got class.
The winner, ladies and gentlemen, is Kevin Kelley.
No surprise. 1 or 2 scattered boos. Support for the underdog. Come over. Smile at our commentary point. But no doubts that Kevin Kelley, a good winner, a potential world champion. Well,